So we are going to start from standard deviation. That's where we were. We were to start from yesterday. That is where we were to start from yesterday. Now, someone to confirm if they can see my screen, my presentation. Someone to confirm. Oh. So, when we talk about standard deviation, standard deviation is the square root of variance. The square root is the standard deviation of variance. The standard deviation is the square root of variance. You can write this definition. So write down, and we say standard deviation is the square root of the arithmetic mean of the square of the deviation measured from the mean. Measured from the mean. I repeat, standard deviation is the square root. Standard deviation is the square root of the arithmetic averages of the squares of the deviation measured from the mean. Measured from the mean. So it's the square root of the arithmetic averages of the squares of the deviations measured from the mean. Now, if that definition is too mrefu, then you can just say that standard deviation refers to the square root of variance. Refers to the square root of variance. Now, what is variance? Variance is the square of the differences between each value in the data set and the mean of the group. We have it here. You can see it here. That the variance is the square of the difference between each value of a data set and the mean of the group. Now, in a group data, the formula itakuwa hii. Standard deviation is equal to the square root of summation into bracket x minus mu, that is the mean. So x ni normal values, u ni mu, or the mean, squared, and then you divide it with the n, which is the total number of items in the population. Note, standard deviation for sample is not always exactly equal to population standard deviation. That is need to know. We talk about sample standard deviation, it's not the same as standard deviation of the whole population. It might be different. So the standard deviation of the sample population is not equal to the standard deviation of the whole population. X bar, this X bar. So for sample standard deviation, summation of x minus x bar squared divided by n. Then you find the square root of everything. Why x bar is the sample mean. X bar is the sample mean, and n is the sample size. Also for group data, this is how you get standard deviation. The standard deviation is equal to the square root of summation of the frequency x minus mu squared over the summation of frequency. Summation of frequency. That one is okay. We have an example there. Look at that example. So you have been provided with the following figures. You have 9, 5, 9, 7, 10, 14, 12, 10, 6, and 17, which represent cells in thousands. You are required to calculate the standard deviation of the cells. You are required to calculate the standard deviation of the cells. Now, for you to calculate the standard deviation of the cells, you need to use the formula, the square root of summation of x minus mu squared over n. Now, mu tumesema ni mean. So mu ni mean. Mu which is our mean, is equal to summation of x over the total number of items. So ukiadd zote pale juu 9 plus 5 plus 9 plus 10 plus 15 plus 10 plus 6 plus 17, you divide by the total number of items, which unaona ni ngapi? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, which is 10. Ndio hapo ameconfirm hapo chini, ameconfirm hapo. Now in that case, ukiangalia utapata the mu, which is the u ama the mean, which is 9. Now you need to find the difference between x and the mu. You define kwa board. Let's do it in board. Let's do this question in board. Kwa board. Now write down the question. Write down the question. Write down the question. Then we do it in the board. So write down the question. Here's the question. What ndio hiyo? Swali ndio hiyo. I want us to do it in the board. Let's just do it in the board. Okay. I hope everyone ameandika. Kama hujaandika andika or screenshot as I wrap the board. So we said we are talking about standard deviation. So write the question down so that we can concentrate here. So allow me to stop presenting. Now, standard deviation is our topic. Standard deviation. Now, and you have said our formula is standard deviation is equal to summation of standard deviation. Our standard deviation will be equal to the square root of variance, which is summation of x minus mu squared over n. Now, but our mu is equal, in this case, equal to summation of x over n. So we add all the x's together. We add all the x's together. So get out in 9 plus 5. 9 plus 5 plus. Our x is 9 plus 5 plus. Eh? 9 plus 5
plus 9
plus
7 plus 10
plus 10
plus 8
plus 10 plus 14
plus 14 plus 12
minimum for the 9 plus 5 plus 9 plus 7 plus 10 plus 14 plus 12 plus 10
plus 6 plus 17
divided by number of items 10. So hiyo inakuja ngapi from the question, from the answers? 9.9. Are you getting 9.9? Now we need to find, so we have x, our x's, so we can draw a table. which is 9, 5, 9, 7, 10, 14, 12, 10, 6, 17. Now we need to find x minus u, then by the part of the x minus u squared. But we know our u is 9.9. It's 9.9. So it wasn't here. So 9 minus 9.9. The one minus
0.9.
Then squared. Yeah. 5 minus 9.9 minus 4.9 squared 24.01. Then 9 minus 9.9 minus 0.9 inakupatia 0.81. 7 minus 2.9 squared 8.41. 10 minus 9.9 0.1 squared 0.01. 14 minus 9.9 which is 4.1 squared 16.81. 12 minus 9.9 2.1 squared 4.41. 10 minus 9.9 which is 0.1 0.01. 6 minus 9.9 3.9 squared 15.21. 13 minus 9.9 7.1 squared 50.41. Summation of x. Summation of x. Summation of x minus u mu squared. So mnapata ngapi? Add them together. Mnapata ngapi? So 0.81, 4.01, 0.81, 8.41, 0.01, 16.81, 4.41, 0.01, 15.21, 50.41. But 120.9. 120.9. Yeah. Now we input our formula now. Deviation itakuwa ni summation of 120.9 over n, which is 10, then square root. So divided by 10, then square root of that answer. Now our standard deviation is 3.477. Our answer is always expressed in percentage. Our answer is always expressed in percentage. But remember our variance. Remember our variance is equal to 120.9 over 10. That's our variance. So 120.9 divided by 10 is 12.09. That's our variance. That is our variance. That's our variance. Any question concerning that question? Now, when we use that formula, which is x minus mean over n, then you find the square root of that one. But without the square root, our question is talking about variance. Without the square root, then that one is variance. Then that one will be equal to variance. Will be equal to variance. I think iko sawa. Which variance is we can say that variance, this variance, but this one, q squared is equal to variance is equal to 12.09. So q squared, not q, this item squared equal to variance. Now let's go to another illustration. Let me share the screen again. Now, can you see my screen? Now, our report the answer as 3.78. Here I draw up 140, 142.9. I don't know where for the pata. You are the pata. Oh, that's it. Man, we have a difference. That is 7.21. This one. 7.21. Is that correct? That's 7.21 from the question. Upper. So to me, upper kama 16. They use this one as 16. That's why the body in Nigeria. But it's supposed to be 6. It's supposed to be 6. Or to me, kama 16. So that one is an error on their side. Let's go to another example. That one, that example. Now the data below shows the table of age against 25 children in a family. So we have the age and we have the frequency. Now this one is tofauti because we already have now the frequency. So the tofauti na Nigeria hapo. Hiyo tunataka kufanya haikuwa na frequency. Now in this case we have the frequency. Now in the case we have the frequency, this is the formula. Iko wapi? Let me go back pale juu. Tuangalie kuna frequency kwenye ndani. Hapa. The one with the frequency. Here it is. This one yenye kuna frequency. Can you see it here? Here. Where we have frequency. Now that is the formula we shall use. That is the formula we shall use. Now let us write down that question. So we shall use the formula. Standard deviation is equals to the summation of frequency. Summation of frequency. X minus mu over summation of frequency. So that's how we shall get our standard deviation. I think iko sawa. So let's do that question together. Let me share with you so that you write it down. So the question is here. So write that question down. Example 3.6. Example 3.6. Example 3.6. Example 3.6. So as you write down, let me rub the board. Let me rub the board. So as you write it down, let me rub the board. Write it down. Then we do it together. So once to memorize standard deviation, then we shall be fine to introduce squeenness and kurtosis. So I hope everyone ameandika. So if I stop presenting, I think everyone will be fine. So we write the question down. So the question end up age and frequency. We have the age. We have frequency. So give me the item for age. 5, 8, 11, 14. 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. That is 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. 6, 7, 5. 6, 7, 5. Then we have 6, 7, 5, 4, 3. Now the first thing we need is to find the mu, which is the summation of x over n. Summation of fx supposed to be fx over n. Is that correct?
Yes.
So we find upper fx. Remember our age is our x. So 5 times 6.
30.
Let me take the calculator. That 8 times 7. 56. 55. 14 times 4. 56. 17 times 3. 51. Then I find summation of fx. So 30 plus 56 plus 55 plus 56 plus 51, which is 248. Now, our mean, the one summation of fx over n. Remember, our n now is our total frequency because we have frequency. So n, sababu tuko na frequency, itakuwa the summation of frequency. Hiki ni ngapi hiyo? 6 plus 7.
25.
Itakuwa
25.
25. Itakuwa ni 248 divided by 25. 248 divided by 25. 9.9 2. Now we find x minus mu. That minus x minus mu squared. So our x is 5. 5 minus 9.92 ni minus 4.92 squared 24.2064. 8 minus 9.92 minus 1.92 squared 3.6864. 11 minus 9.92 1.08 squared 1.1664. 14 minus 9.92 4.08 squared 16.64. 20 minus 9.92 7.08 squared 50 points 1264. So summation of x minus mu squared. Unapata ngapi? 24.2064 3.68 64 1.1 664 16.64 50.1264. So 95.832. Now squared, this is variance in 95.832 divided by total frequency, 25. Divided by total frequency. Or you can say, just write the formula, because summation of x minus mu squared over n. Remember our n is frequency, 95.832 divided by 25. Divided by 25 is 3.83328. Third deviation, square root of variance, the square root of 3.83328. Unakuta ngapi hiyo? 1.9579. So remember, third deviation in most cases is expressed in percentage. In most cases is expressed in umefanya makosa.
Yeah.
Frequency. Hatujaga frequency sivyo? Hamkuniambia. So you need another table here. So it's not even important. Let me imalizie. You need another table here. F x minus mu squared. That is wrong. This one is already wrong. Add the apple. That's a wrong answer. That's a wrong answer. Remove it. Make a F. Now that's why it's important to write formula down. Once you write the formula down, utakumbuka. Nimeandika formula vibaya. So we need to include frequency. So let us write the formula. Now, variance is equals to summation of frequency x minus mu squared over n. But remember, n is summation. So we need to find f. F, that one. So it's equal to 24.2064 times 6. Hapa ni 145.2384. Next, 3.6864. Multiply our frequency is 7. 25.848. 1.1664 times 5. 5.832. 16.6464 times 56. Hey, the kubwa. That times 4. Which is 65.5856. Then I'm saying 50.1264 times 3. 1 pinje 0.3792. So summation of frequency x minus mu squared. So tafutie hiyo. Tafutie tafadhali. Tafutie hiyo tafadhali.
Three 392.84.
392.84. Haya. Now let's find our our variance, then the deviation. Our variance itakuwa ni 392.84. We divide by 25. So 392.84 divided by 25.
15.7.
15.7136.
71.
Haya. Standard deviation. This is variance. Nafaa ikuwe hivyo. Squared. So variance is squared. Then standard deviation haina squared. So that ikuwe ni 15.7136, which is equal to what? So square root is 3.964%. That one okay?
Yeah.
Is that one fine? Now, according to the question,
Yes.
this is what iko sawa. Now, according to the question imefanya walipata 3.98. I think here iko na some error pale juu. They have some errors with this question. Hapa ukiangalia hapa iko na error. So 3.61, it's not supposed to be 3.61. Hata hiyo ya chini 1. Hata hii ingine chini yake 1.21 kuna error. So but it's okay. But it is okay. Now, sometimes you can use this formula, which is the same. Variance because summation of f d squared over n. But d squared is equals to x minus mu squared. We can also use that one. You can also use that formula. You can always use that formula if you want. So there you have that the variance is the summation of f d squared, summation of f d squared over n. But d squared is equals to x minus u squared. That is on u. So it's to decide. You can either use either. It's the same thing. Now, let us continue with another example. Now, from the above computation, it is clearly seen that the set of formula used above is tedious in education. Hence, the call or demand for shortcut or easier method is necessary. The following is a shortcut method. There you go. If you want to use it. Now, the formula hapo. You want to write it down. S is the standard deviation. S is the standard deviation. S is equal to summation of, but haina tofauti kubwa. Square root of summation of x minus x bar. Our x bar is the mean over n. Alafu wanasema pia o summation of x squared minus nx bar squared over n. Then find the square root. We will give the same. Or summation of x squared minus summation of x then square over n Then everything divided by n. Then find the square root. That is all about it. But I prefer when you find for both. So the most recommended. Let's go to groups. Group data. Now we have the formula there. Now S if the shortcut still remember the shortcut method, summation of f into bracket x minus x bar squared over summation of f. Then we find the square root. Or remember bado tunaongelea mambo na Cashot method. Summation of fx squared minus summation of f then you multiply with x bar squared, which is not complicated, over summation of frequency. Or summation of f x squared minus summation of f x everything squared over summation of f. Then everything will divide by what? Summation of f. Summation of f. But I prefer the other one. Tumefanya pale juu. I prefer that hizo za hapo juu. Ndio tumefanya kwa board. So hizi ni ku complicate maneno. Now, here's what inakaje. This one you can do it. I think this one you can do it. This is for population. Population mean. And then we have the formula for population mean. There hapa. Ametuambia population somewhere. Yes, ndio hii. Nimekwambia calculate. So in an example for very keen. So nimekwambia the word population mean. Population is division. From the question, ukiona hapa nimekwambia you calculate the population standard deviation. Using the shortcut method. Now itakuwa the same answer na ile ya juu. So if you were to use ile method yako juu, it will still give you the same answer. Haitakuwa tofauti. It will still give you the same answer. We don't need to do it. Itakuwa the same answer because it's a shortcut method. That one is okay. What about this one? And hiyo wametumia shortcut method. Ni hiyo hapo. Hii nimetoka kufanya kwa board. Hiyo 5 8 11 14 7 17 ndio kwa board actually. Now you can use also the shortcut method if you want. I prefer we use shortcut method for this one because you got a frequency. So the formula is complicated. The formulas are complicated. And in most cases in QA, let's go to this QA bit of ours. I want us to move here. I can want something. Look at this QA. You can show it to me. I want to go to standard deviation. I want us to go to standard deviation and the one in which method you make a standard deviation. Standard deviation. Look at that formula. Now I prefer the shortcut method that I prefer ni hii unaiona hapa. Fx squared over f minus summation of fx over summation of f. I prefer that method. So if you can use that method, the better. If you can use that method, the better. If you can use that method, the better. Which inasema that our standard deviation is the square root of summation tulikuwa tunatumia as our shortcut method. Fx squared over summation of f minus summation of fx over summation of f. Then everything you do what? You find the square root. Now we go to this one using the same method. yenye kwa board. Let us go to April 2022. Let us go to April 2022. And that one will mark the end of the standard deviation. That one will mark the end of standard deviation. So let us open our past paper. Kama niko nayo hapa, QA. Just a moment. QA past paper. Hey, what? Now, we shall make use of this formula as our shortcut method. But remember, you can use other methods. Now, let's go back to our, before we do this question for AP 222, let's see if we have another one. You are called the standard deviation query. Yes, you are called the standard deviation. So, unaona hii formula bado hapa. Summation of fx squared over summation of f minus summation of fx over summation of f into bracket squared. Now, without finding the square root of the answer, the variance. Without square root, inakuwa standard deviation. So, I think imeanzia hapo. Let us go back pale juu tuone. Yes, the measure of dispersal. So, talk of variance. Standard deviation. So, if PDF mko nayo niwatumia kwa group. So, kuna this question ya which sitting. December 2021. Tuanzia na hii. December 2021, question number 2. But before we go to that question, let's go back to our PDF. Hii PDF yetu ya kawaida hii. I want us to go back to this PDF. This one. Now, I want to do this question in the board using that formula. Using that formula. I think that will mark the end of this question. I think that will mark the end of this question. And I don't cover the same answer. I want us to confirm if we shall get the same answer. Now that's fine. Let us go to our board. The same question. We are doing this one in the board, but with the same. We want to kama tutapata hii. So mark this down. 3.964. I'm around up 3.9 something. So we need to get this answer. To me the other method. Let us see. We call it the shortcut method. Let us see if the shortcut method is making sense. Shortcut method, which I prefer to use it in an exam. If you can. So mwenye ameweza kufanya maybe anaweza kupata same answer. But let us do it together. So remember our answer was 3.9 something. 3.9 something. So this one will be the end of standard deviation, so that we can do from the past paper. I think the rest for continuous data, where our data is continuous, we can do it from past paper. I think that one we shall do it from past paper. But let us confirm if the shortcut method will give us the same answer, or if it is. Tuanze na kwanza. Okay, let's write the formula down first. So mimi nasema natumia method as our shortcut method. So variance is equals to square root of this formula we use summation of fx squared over our frequency minus summation of fx over summation of f squared. So I make use of that formula. Now, what do we need? We need to find x, f, fx, fx, now f, x squared. Now we need fx squared, this one. Fx squared ndio hiyo. We need summation of f, hiyo tuko nayo hapo. Haya, we just need fx and f. Fx and f, then the total answer to find the unit. We also need to find then fx and f, summation of fx. So tutafute hiyo fx, because we also need it here, fx. Now 6 times 5. 6 times 5.
30.
30.
Bate. 8 times 7.
56.
By 14 times 4.
55.
Now total 30 plus 56 plus 55.
40.
Yes.
248.
X squared 900 31 36 30 25 31 36 26 01 total. I don't need the total. How we need it? Because I'll be a hapa fx squared 900
Excuse me,
plus.
sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
We're supposed to find the x squared first is when multiplied by the f armor. So I think we should find the x squared first is when we multiply by the.
We need the x squared. Hey, sawa. Yes, abo. Uko correct. Now, what do we do? Tunasema 30 times 6 squared, sivyo? Hapana. Na tutasemaje? Tutasema 5 times 6 squared. Is that correct? Yeah, yes, we have a squared there. Itakuwaje? Itakuwa ni our f
X minus 5 squared.
150. 7 times 8 squared. 448. 5 times 11 squared. 605. 56 times 14 squared. 10. 976. 51 times 3 squared. 459. Hii imekuwa mingi sana bwana. It makes sense. 4 times 14 squared. 784. 5 times 11 squared. Iko sawa. Now 150 plus 448 plus 605 plus 784 plus 459. 24 46. Now let us see. Mbivu na mbichi. Huyu ndio ataamua kama ni correct or not. Now summation of fx squared ni ngapi? 24 46 ndio hii hapa. Over summation of f 6 plus 5.
Excuse me. 17 squared is 289. 289 times 3 is 867.
Aye. 17 squared times 3.
289.
This one is 8.
67.
Even the second value, which is 448, should be 567. Yes.
Aye. 8 squared
It's correct.
times
Ni 448.
iko sawa hiyo.
Oh.
2854. 2854 minus fx, summation of fx gini 248 over 25 squared. Inakuja ngapi? So 2 divided by 25.
3.
114.6 minus 248 divided by 25 squared minus 98.464. Final answer 114.6 minus 98.464 square root. Allah. Barang ngapi nyinyi?
Ni 3.97.
Kosha hivyo.
Three point 9691. 3.9691.
96 iko tu sawa. Aha. So 114.16. So inafaa ikupatie sawa. So your answer inafaa kuwa approximate. Sasa kwa 8 but 3.9 something. 3.9 something. That one is the case. So that one is our this method compared to the others. So this method is good compared to the others. So if you can cram this method, the better. I think that one marks the end of standard deviation. Let us go to a past paper. Let us go to a past paper. So we go to a past paper. And you start from last sitting. Kisonga. I'm already here December. Let's go to this one for December. Kuna hii nilikuwa amefanya hapa. This one. It's a continuous data. December 2021. Question number 2. December 2021. Question number 2. Sisi kama kuna zingine tumeamuka. Kwanza nione. But for continuous, what you remember is that you need to find the mean. The midpoint. Sorry, the midpoint. Let me share the board. Now there we have it. Now, the sitting August 2024. August 2024. Standard deviation. Hawakusema. Battery haikuwa. Now we have that one. That's that question contain a hint. April 2024. April 2024 is number 1B. April 2024 question number 1B. AP 224. Question number 1B. Someone to read for us. You may present kwa board. Someone to read for us.
Isabella Koech, a businesswoman, is contemplating
May kwanza Marienda missing. Nilikuwa nasoma. Someone else. Kama ameze. Okay, some.
Isabella Koech, a businesswoman, is contributing investing A and company B. The data below shows the profits made by the company A and company B over the past 150 days. Daily profits in 1,000 shillings, then number of days, company A and company B. Required, calculate the standard deviation for company A and company B. 2. Calculate the coefficient of variation for company A and company B. 3. Advise Isabella Koech on the company to invest in based on the results obtained in B1 and B2 above.
Yes. So we need to do for company A and company B. So we start with company A. Start deviation for company A. Start deviation for company A. So we have the data. Wacha niandike kwanza I will present the board. 50 to 60. 50 to 60. 60 to 70. 70. 70 to 80. 80 to 90. 90 to 100. 100 to 110. 110 to 120. So this is the interval. So another company A. Now I start with company A. Frequency. Frequency, let me write that down. 12, 26, 38. 12, 26, 38. 12, 26, 38. That's 6, 18, 11. That is 6, 18, 11. That is 6, 18, 11, and 9. Now let me share now. Let me share now the board. Hapo bas. Tunaanza na company A. Start with company A. The question is for April 2022 or April 2023 or April 2024. Question number 1B. The question is for April 2024. Question number 1B. Now, we need our formula. We need our formula so that we know what we are doing. Now, our formula is going to end our formula is going to end hivi. Third deviation, the square root of fx squared over summation of f. Yeah. Summation of fx, summation of f squared. So we need our x. We need our x. We also need our summation of fx, summation of f. Tukishapata our x, we need fx. Then tunamaliza na fx squared. Tunamaliza na fx squared. I think that one will be enough to ask that question. So let us start with the first one, x, which is the midpoint. 50 plus 60 divided by 2. 55. 60 plus 70 divided by 2. 65. 75. 85. 95. 105. 115. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
fx 12 times 15. 12 times 55, not 15. 660. 26 times 65. 1690. 38 times 75. 850. 36 times 55. 3060. 18 times 95. 1710. 11 times 105. 11 5. 9 times 115. 10 35. So what is the summation of fx? Summation of fx. Summation of fx. Fx itakuwa 660 plus 1690. 2850. 2850. 3060. 1710. 1155. 1035. 12. 16. Now let's go to fx squared. Itakuwa ni f times x squared. 12 times 55 squared. 6. 300. 300. 26. Times 65. Squared. 109 is 50. 38 times 25 squared. 13750. 36 times 35 squared. 6100. 18 times 25 squared. 162 for 50. 11 times 105 squared. 121. 275. 9 times 115. 119. 025. Summation of fx squared. 36, 300. 109. 850. 213. 750. 250. 100. 162. 450. 121. 275. 119. 025. Tunapata 10. 22. 10, 22. 750. Let us do this formula yetu hapa. That deviation is equal to fx squared over summation of f minus summation of fx minus summation of f squared. That one will be the end of company A. So tuifanye hapa. So summation of fx squared is 1, 0 to 2, 750. What's our f? We need to find h 12 plus 26 plus 38 plus 36 plus 18 plus 11 plus 9. 150. 150. We have 150. Yes. fx 12 and 60 over 25. What you get, find the square root. With the point 10, 22, 750, by 150.
Excuse me, it should be 150, not 25.
Number one.
It should be 150.
What should be
Hapo hivyo
150?
kwa some frequency hapo hivyo mwalimu andika yes.
That one is 6, 181, 6, 818, 818.33 minus 12, 160, by 150, squared, 67, 65, 71.80. Now what will be, the one is 6818.33 minus 6571.80, then for the square root. So 50.71, 70%. So that is our standard deviation for company A. That is for standard deviation for company A. Company A. We can go to company B. Company B. The intervals are the same. Intervals in the same. 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90, 100, 100 to 110, 110 to 120. Frequency. So we need the frequency. Let me check the frequency. Frequency anasema 11, 14, 20. 11, 14, 20. 11, 14, 20. 23, 45, 23. 23, 45, 23. Hapo ya mtu ni ngapi? 14. 14. X is the same. 55, 55, 75, 85, 95, 105, 115. Let us find the summation of X. Kwanza na hizo tujaze hizo. 11 plus 14 plus 20 plus 23 plus 45 plus 23 plus 14. Confirm. If it is 150 still. Confirm. If it is 150 still. We need to find fx. Fx. 11 times 5. 56 or 5. 14 times 65. 9, 10. 20 times 75. 1500. 3 times 55. 1955. 5 times 5 is 42. 75. 3 times 5. 24, 15. 14 times 15. 15, 10. The summation of fx to 605 plus 910, 1500, 1955, 42, 75, 24, 15, 16, 10, 13 to 17. Yeah. Fx squared to 11 squared 33 275 15 times 65 squared 59 50 20 times 75 squared 112 500 112 500 20 times 65 squared 166 175 5 times 95 squared 46 125 3 times 105 squared 253 575 14 times 115 squared 185 150 summation of fx squared 33 275 33 275 plus 59 150 plus 112 500 plus 112 500 112 500 166 175 406 25 253 575 185 150. Been apart at 12, 15, and 50. 12, 15, and 50. Now we use our formula here. Here by 2, summation of fx squared, which is 12, 15, and 50 over 150 minus fx 13 to 70 over 150 squared. So what will be equal to that? So 12. So 12, 15 divided by 150. 81, 06, 23, minus 13 to 70 divided by 150 squared. 78, 26, 23, 5. What would be a side deviation? 81, 06, 23 minus 78, 26, 25. Now the square root is square root of 279 same as saying 2.73%. Now you are told to comment or to advise. So for comment, what they mean by the word comment, they're asking to advise. You give advice. Advice. Now, project A is recommendable to be. Project A is recommendable. From project B. Reason why? The lower the standard deviation, the lower the standard deviation, the better. the project. The better the project, and less risky the project. And less risky, the project. That's the comment. So project A is recommendable for project B. Reason why? But the standard deviation, the lower the standard deviation, the better the project. The better the project. Now, namalizia na coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation or coefficient of standard deviation. The coefficient of variation or the coefficient of the standard deviation. Coefficient. The coefficient of variation. This is the formula. Hapa. Coefficient of standard deviation. So itangwa or itanga coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation. CV. So CV is equal to the standard deviation divided by mean. Standard deviation divided by mean. Standard deviation divided by mean. Now definition. Let's divide it here. What is CV? Refers to measure of risk per unit. Refer to measure of risk per unit. Refer to the measure of risk per unit. Now in this case, company A. What's our standard deviation for company A? 15.07. We divide by mean. So mean tunapata, we can get our mean for this company. So hata before find let us find mean. Mean. Hata mean ndio hii hapa. Ndio hii 12,160. We divide by 150. So hiyo ndio mean. Ndio hii hapa. Fx over f. So 12,160 divided by 150. 81.07. So we can say our coefficient of variation for company A. So kumbuka ni company A. Itakuwa ni 15.07 over 81.07. Itakuwa 15.07 divided by 81.07. Itakuwa ni 0.186 per unit. Risk per unit. You can say risk per unit. Risk per unit. Let's go to company B. Company B. That is our mean. Our mean ndio hii. Fx over f. 13 to 70 over 150. So 13 to 70 divided by 150. 8.47. 88.47. Now, our CV is supposed to be CV. Our coefficient of variation or coefficient of standard deviation is 16.73. VA this year. Standard deviation over mean 88.47. So 16.73 divided by 88.47. 47. Is 0.189 risk per unit. Now, advice using this one, you advise in the same way with standard deviation. The one yenye ni kidogo, the better. So between 0.16 na 0.189, gani ndio kidogo? Gani ndio kidogo?
Company A.
Yes, we divide the same part. So project A is recommendable from project B. Reason why? The lower the CV, the better the project, and the less risky the project. So the lower the CV, so that's the same here. What you shall change hapa, the way to change hapa to from standard deviation, change it to CV, coefficient of variation, or the coefficient of standard deviation. That one marks the end of standard deviation. That one marks the end of standard deviation. So that one marks the end. Yes.
We got the standard deviation of company A was 15.70.
15 points.
Then when we are finding the CV, we took 15.07, of which we are supposed to take 15.70 divided by 81.07.
Oh,
When you utapata 0.193 units per unit.
para ngapi?
0.193.
0.193. So itakuwa the opposite. Now itakuwa the opposite. Now, if you use CV, coefficient of variation, you should take project B.